Good evening, friends. Today is 25th of December 2021. So, first of all, wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas. I don't know if that is a word, but enjoy your Christmas day. Now, this is a video about how to make a wrong trade right in the option buyer context. Okay, and I would like to do that through two examples which will basically clarify to you about how an option buyer needs to deal with his option trades even when apparently they are not going against him. So now this is more of a money management style of video. I am not going to talk about strategy here because strategies, everybody has some strategies, some are better than others. But what happens when you are an options trader? Now, on Wednesday, which was 22nd of uh, December, we went home with long positions on Bank Nifty options. Okay, that was like 35,000 call. Now, next day we gap up and the market starts dipping on us because it was an expiry day. So somewhere here, which was way off the best levels, we got out of that 35,000 call. Why? Because the market had started dipping on us. If we would have allowed it to dip further, you would probably have come back to break even. So I took out like 90 odd thousand here. Now we waited and we waited and we waited. And finally, the market started to come out of this narrow range. Okay. And it was coming out with these small tiddly little bars. Then we got a decent sized bar, which kind of showed an expansion. And probably it's not looking huge here, but when it was happening, it was looking much bigger than the other bars. Something like, you are trading and this is your 5-minute chart, and all of a sudden you find this kind of a bar, which showed you that from these three narrow bars, you are getting some kind of an expansion. So this was where we went long, and within, I think, an hour or so, less than an hour, we got all these green bars and the Bank Nifty moved up 200 points. So your option moved up 120 odd points, and then again the market started to consolidate. So we waited some more, and out here the Bank Nifty was higher by 450 points. So immediately my trailing stop, which was on a mental basis, was like, if the Bank Nifty starts to gain less than 400, I'm out. So somewhere here the Bank Nifty started to gain less than 400, and this was where I was out. And everybody knows what happened on the expiry day, and Bank Nifty came crashing down in this fashion. And if you were left holding the option, you would have lost decent amount of money. Now before we go forward, we have account opening facilities now open with Zerodha, 5 paisa and up stocks. And if you join these brokers and open accounts through them and have a reasonably active account, you get hand holding on a daily basis, particularly on options trades and all our other flagship services, which could include swing trades, which could include positional trades, free webinars. So everything that is coming out of our stable is basically available free of cost to you if you trade through our links. So those links will be available in the description box of this video, and choose your appropriate link, take a fund transfer screenshot and WhatsApp to 98710 Now, what are the key issues? At every point in time, you have to understand that the option loses money, whether it's going down or it's going sideways. So in case you are long and it starts to move sideways on you for a bit, exit and look for a better opportunity when the market gains momentum. A. B. At every point in time, you need to have a trailing stop, because if you get 4 red bars against you, your profit will be gone. So understand this clearly, that once you have a reasonable amount of profit, and that figure can vary for everybody, your trailing stops have to be tightened. Now some people may think that very tight stops will keep throwing you out, but they are throwing you out only after you've made a reasonable amount of profit. That is how options work. Okay. So the idea should be, in options, if it's not working, you have to be out rather quickly. Now let's look at the day of Friday. On Friday, what happened was that we were expecting a SGX gap up, and early in the morning, you got this very large, huge bar. Now, because we are above 200, because we were above 20, so we tried to buy this bar, but almost immediately this bar started to lose steam. So somewhere here, this was the Nifty. I went long on Nifty calls, at the end of this red bar. So somewhere here, I was still kind of break even. But meanwhile, I was watching the Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty was immediately beginning to weaken, breaking the early morning low. So we cut down on our Nifty trade, immediately took the Bank Nifty puts, and within like 3 to 4 bars, the Bank Nifty gave you a 1:10 risk reward. So on the Nifty, I lost 14,000. On the Bank Nifty, I made 3.1 lakh. So this is the kind of risk reward you have to maintain. You should expect to lose almost 50% of the time in your options trade, and do not judge yourself, because if you get into that problem, you will not exit losing trades and you will have rather large losers. The key to options, even more than other types of trading, is that if it's not working, get out and see what is going on, because like you, others would have gone long on the upside and their stop losses would get hit, and you will get your momentum on the other side. Okay. In today's machine driven markets, this is the machine taking over. So you cannot stand against the machine. So basically, if it's not working in my kind of context, you don't want to lose more than 25,000-30,000. That is a price action stop. But if it starts to go, then you are consistently trailing your stop, and beyond a certain point, your stops are extremely tight and you will carry home some money. So on this day, on the Thursday, somewhere here we had 90K from this previous day long. This made about 2.4 lakh. So again, 3 lakh plus. Once I cross that for the day, I tend to tighten my stops. For somebody else could be 10 lakh. For somebody it could be 20,000. Choose your number beyond which, like इन कौन बनेगा करोड़पति कि अब आप इतनी धनराशि कम से कम यहां से लेकर जाएंगे. That is how good trading needs to be done, and particularly in the option buyer context, the option buyer cannot relax. So keep this in mind, and these are ideas which should help you in doing options trading. Yes, there are setups which increase odds in your favor, but finally, for an option buyer, his own skills of defending his capital are much more important than any setup that he can get. That should be it. Take care, trade well, and please consult your financial advisor.